Tanya, is the news true? I heard that you got engaged. This is so huge. I just wanted to give you a huge congratulations on that.
Wait, what? And just who did you hear that from? I want names right now. Just who gave you that information about me getting married, huh? Because I certainly know that I wasn't the one who told you about that.
Your father told me, of course, so I just wanted to text you and say congratulations on that.
I don't remember asking for any kind words from you, thank you very much. But if you really want to show how happy you are for me, you can go ahead and send me some money.
Tanya, come now. You know you don't need to talk to me like this. I mean, I've been married to your father and known you for years now. I just wanted to say something nice about your engagement.
Do you really think that just because you married my dad, that makes you my mom or something?
Now, Tanya, I understand that you don't see me as your mother, but we aren't going to sit here and pretend like I haven't taken care of you for a long time. So I don't see what the big deal is if I just want to congratulate you on something you were doing anyways.
I don't care about how you try and slice this. The fact of the matter is that you aren't my mom, and you never, ever will be. The only mother in the world that I have is the woman who gave birth to me. Got it?
I still don't understand how you can be like this when we've been together like this for so long. You really still haven't changed after all this time? You still hate me that much?
Oh, if anything, I hate you much more now than when you were first married to my dad. I still can't believe that he ended up with a woman like you. Even to this day, I still don't know what he was thinking. I honestly just wish that he would have stayed divorced if I knew he was going to marry you.
I see. Well, I guess I didn't realize just how strongly you felt about all of this.
And unlike you, my mom is a nice and beautiful woman. She's the kind of person you can tell is a mom just by looking at her. Basically, she's the exact opposite of the fat, ugly pig that you are.
Well, I'm sorry if you have a problem with the way that I look, but even so, I hoped that we could still be friends.
You're always saying that, and you still just don't get that I'm not interested. So why don't you quit trying to force us to come together and be friends, huh? It really just makes me sick. Even Dad is always trying to get us to spend more time together, and I hate it. I am really just sick of it.
Well, okay then. If it really upsets you that badly, then I won't try and force being friends with you anymore. But I just hope that this doesn't mean you feel that you have to look at me like I'm some kind of enemy either. I mean, I'm not even really sure what I did to you to deserve this kind of treatment.
You married my dad, and I will never forgive you for that. You stole him away somehow and tricked him into marrying you. I just know it.
You're right about us getting married. That much we actually did. But there was no trickery involved at all. Not only that, but I've been trying so hard ever since then to get on your good side, and nothing has worked.
So what? You expected me to be grateful for you marrying him and raising me? You really must think the world revolves around you, don't you?
Of course I don't. What have I even said that would make you think that? All I'm trying to say right now is that I did the things that I did for you from a place of love, not obligation. But you can't just brush off all that I did for you, all the cooking and laundry and driving you places and picking you up. I did that all for you. You understand that, don't you?
Well, that just shows that you really do think everything is all about you. You really think that you deserve whatever you want all because you stole my dad away. But I just want you to know that there was never anything you could do to make me like you.
I see. Well, just know that it isn't going to be so easy to get rid of me. After all, your dad and I are still married. Tanya, I just wanted to ask about this thing that your father just told me. Do you really not want me to go to your wedding at all?
That's right. I told my dad that if he wanted to be there at my wedding, he would have to leave you at home.
But why? I know that you really don't like me at all. But are you really not even going to invite your own stepmother to your wedding? What kind of impression is that going to have on your guests? Or your husband's family?
Oh, I've already got that covered. You see, in your place, my real mom is going to be there for me.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I invited my real mom, my biological mother, to my wedding instead of you.
Is this supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You really invited your mom to your wedding? What were you thinking?
Well, what other choice did I have if I wasn't going to have my fake mother, you, there? Besides, I know that my mom is going to give me much more for my wedding than you ever could, so I don't even need you there.
But have you even told your other relatives about this?
Of course I haven't. I wanted to surprise everyone there when my real mom walks through the door to greet me. So no one knows about this but you.
Tanya, I really think that this is a bad idea and that you should not be inviting your birth mother to the wedding. You have to stop this right now. I am serious.
You think that you can tell me what to do? This is my wedding, got it? How dare you even try to order me around? I can do whatever I want.
I'm not trying to order you around, Tanya. That isn't what the issue is. I just mean that inviting your mom is going to create a lot of problems for everyone. And it might really upset your husband's family, so I think that you should really talk to your family before going through with this.
You really think that anyone is going to have an issue with me inviting my real mom there? The only person who is going to be looking bad after all this is said and done is you. I just want to have a surprise for everyone there so they can enjoy my special day even more. I mean, just think of the shock on people's faces when my real mom shows up. Everyone is going to be so happy that they'll cry.
Well, I think you're at least half right on that last part. But I am telling you that this is not going to go how you think it will, and you're going to regret doing this.
And just why in the world should I listen to you? It's clear that you're just jealous my wedding is going to be even better than it was now that you're uninvited. So just shut up and let me do what I want.
But I just can't believe that not only did you uninvite me to your wedding, but that you actually invited your own mother.
Oh, that's not all. I told you that I did it so I could get a huge wedding present from my mom. And then everyone is going to be so happy that she's there that even Dad will want to leave you and get back with her. And then, when all that is done, I can finally get you out of my life once and for all.
You do know that your father and I are happily married, don't you?
Oh, please. I know how badly my dad wishes he could get back together with my mom. You were just a placeholder until he realized that. Although, I'm sure he would have realized it much faster if you were never even there to begin with.
I'm sorry, Tanya, but you really have no idea what you're talking about, and I am telling you that your father doesn't feel that way about your mom.
You're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about. You're just mad because I'll finally get rid of you and make my parents get back together. You're just mad because Dad is going to divorce you, and then you'll be all alone with no one to care about you at all. I can finally save my dad from the person who stole him away from my mom.
That's where you're wrong. Your father and I got married years after he divorced your mom.
But I know that you and Dad have been friends ever since you were both young, so this was probably all just a plan of yours.
We actually weren't that close. We just happened to be in the same grade and go to the same schools. I actually only met him after we had both graduated after he had gotten his divorce. But we didn't even start dating until years after that happened.
But that was all part of your plan. You were planting ideas in his head to get him to like you. Why else would he get married to a fatty like you? There's no way he would ever marry such an ugly girl unless someone was tricking him.
Okay, you really need to stop this, Tanya. You are insulting not only me, but your own dad right now. But I know that your dad is never going to leave me, no matter what you try.
You say that now, but let's just see who he chooses when he sees my mom show up at the wedding.
Tanya, I really shouldn't be the one to tell you this, but your mother is not a good person.
Oh, please. You think I give a damn about what you have to say about my real mom, you faker? I knew that it was a good idea to make sure you stayed away from my wedding. Hey there. I just wanted to double check that you knew it was my wedding and that you're not to come here. Because my real mom is going to be coming in your place. There's not even a seat for you if you did come.
Oh, trust me, now that I know your mom is coming, I don't want to be anywhere near there. I told your father that I had no problems with him going by himself.
And just what is that supposed to mean? You think that my wedding isn't going to be the best ever? There isn't going to be a dry eye in the whole room, let me tell you that. They'll see the bond between a mother and daughter and how it's possible for us to come together after all this time apart.
There you go again, talking about your mom like that. I can assure you that things aren't going to go how you think they are.
Sounds like you're just a sore loser to me. But you should stay nearby after the wedding. I'm sure my dad will want to tell you as soon as possible that he wants a divorce.
Yeah, that would be awful, if it even had a chance of happening. But anyways, don't you worry. I've stopped thinking of you as my daughter anyways.
Well, that's just a huge relief at least. I'm glad you finally gave up that stupid fantasy. Now that I know you won't even think of me as family anymore, that's made my wedding all the much better. Hey, what the heck is going on here, huh? Tell me right now.
I don't get it. What would a fake mother like me know? Besides, aren't you still in the middle of your wedding?
I was until it burst into an all-out melee. Now just what is going on here?
Ah, I thought something like that might happen. Let me guess, your mom is fighting with all the other wives on your side of the family right now?
But how did you know all that? I tried asking Dad, but he wouldn't tell me. He just told me that this was what I was asking for. But I never wanted any of this. I don't even get how it's all come to this.
Well, I told your dad that you were inviting your real mom to this wedding. And even he figured that something would happen like this, but he wanted you to learn a lesson, so he didn't say anything.
A lesson? What kind of lesson? What does that mean?
I mean that he wanted you to see why he ended up divorcing your mom. You see, your mom has had several affairs with the men in this family.
Wait, what?
I'm not talking about something with just one person. I'm talking about so many husbands, some of them ex-husbands of your aunts. Of course, your dad had no idea about any of this until it all came to light at once. And as you can see, there is still plenty of bad blood when it comes to your mom. Things only started to settle down after she ran away and disappeared.
But this is the first that I'm hearing about any of this at all.
Well, of course, you were just a child and we didn't want to tell you such a horrible truth about your mother.
But, I mean, I don't know what to say. How am I just hearing about all of these affairs now, though? No one said anything about any of this at our last family reunion.
Well, that's because we all agreed to just try and put that horrid woman behind us and forget about her. I suppose the plan even worked to an extent. Until you presented everyone with your little surprise today.
This is crazy. It was like everyone just had a switch flipped inside of them or something. The moment my mom walked in, everyone on my family side went silent instantly. It was so scary.
Well, I just feel bad for your husband's family. I'm sure they had high hopes for this event, too. And now it's all ruined thanks to someone they've never even met.
So many people have left already. I don't know what to do.
Do you think you can even finish having your wedding at this rate?
I have no idea. I'm supposed to be walking in there any second, and I'm just so scared of what I'll end up seeing.
You mean that you haven't even gotten married yet? You have to at least exchange your vows.
How am I supposed to get married when no one is even going to be paying attention to me? They'll all be way too focused on why my mom is there.
Well, I suppose it's far too late to cancel it all now. You might as well just finish it. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a faker, right?
I can't do this anymore. People are actually starting to get hurt. The ambulances have already arrived.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a real mess. And to think everyone probably went there so happy and excited.
But you don't get it. The person being taken away in the ambulance is someone from my fiancé's side. They tried to get in the middle of my aunts while they were fighting with my mom, and they ended up flying through the air.
Well, I'm sure that your fiancé can't be happy about that at all.
Of course not. He's furious and he's saying that this is all my fault. He's saying that I ruined the entire wedding.
Well, is your mom still there, causing a scene right now?
No. They finally managed to chase her out of the building. And now I'm just trying to apologize to all my aunts and the people on my fiancé's side. But you know, nobody was even fighting until my mom threw the first punch. Before that, it was all just glares and trash talking.
Yeah, that sure does sound like your mom, all right.
Why did she even bother showing up if she knew something like this would happen? All she did was ruin my wedding.
Well, that's just the kind of person that she is, if I can be honest. But what else would you expect from someone who sleeps with family members?
Mary, please, you have to get over here right now.
You want me at your wedding? But whatever for? I thought that I wasn't invited, remember?
I know what I said, but I changed my mind. I need some kind of mom here.
But you said I was nothing but a fake, remember? You even said that if I did show up, that there wouldn't even be a place for me to sit.
I know, but just forget about all that. That was then and this is now. Please, I need you here to make my fiancé's family happy. They are all so mad at me right now. I need you to get over here and change their mind about walking away from the wedding.
I see. So you insult me, call me a fake mother, and uninvite me from your wedding. But now that you need me to do something for you, you want me there? Well, I'm sorry, but I already told you that I don't think of you as my daughter at all. And if I can be honest, you've always been just like your mother.
That isn't true! How can you even say something like that? I'm nothing like that horrible monster.
No, you are. It's not just your face or looks either. It's your terrible personality and the awful way you treat people.
Stop it! It isn't true. I'm not like that woman at all. Why didn't either of you tell me that my real mom was like this? Why didn't my dad ever say anything to me either?
Well, because you wouldn't have listened at all, would you? You were always so quick to play the fake mom, real mom card when we got into fights. Would you have even listened if we had told you that your mother was the way she was?
I mean, there have got to be times when she was a good, nice person, right? I guess I just assumed that she was that kind of person since I never had a chance to meet her. But I never imagined that she was like this.
Well, I hope you realize now why we tried to hide the truth from you like we did. Besides, that isn't the first time that you've met her.
I know, but those times I was only meeting her for lunch. She seemed so nice and normal to me then.
Well, I guess that just goes to show you don't know someone at all after just a few hours with them, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if she was just putting on an act for you.
What are you talking about? You mean that you think she was just lying to me? Do you think she would really do that to her own daughter?
Of course I do. Do you not realize that your birth mother is a terrible woman by now? I have tried to tell you over and over again that you should keep your distance from her. And when you told me that you were inviting her to your wedding, I wanted you to talk to your relatives about why they might not be happy to have her there. Are you telling me that you're still holding out hope for your mom by this point?
I don't know. I thought that she was going to be different. I figured that something must have happened to make her and my dad get a divorce. But how in the world was I ever supposed to guess that it was something like this? Even if I had some reservations about inviting her, I thought she would have at least known to behave herself at her own daughter's wedding.
Well, it sounds to me like you were just blind to the people around you who cared and worried for you. You should know that your dad and I are beyond disappointed in you right now. You've been nothing but rude, ungrateful, and insulting. Not only to me, but to your dad as well. And now that you've gone and done this, your father has half a mind to disown you entirely.
Wait, no, please. You can't do that to me. I'm so sorry for all the horrible things that I've said in the past. Just, please come to my wedding right now. You can pretend to be my mom just for today, right? I won't ever ask you for anything ever again if you just show up at my wedding. I promise.
Tanya, you had your chance to include me in your wedding plans. I would have been happy to be needed this much on your wedding day, in fact. But now that things have gone the way that they have, I don't want anything to do with you ever again. And I certainly won't be going to that sad excuse for a wedding that you're holding right now. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the only person being served divorce papers after your wedding was you. In the end, the wedding somehow managed to continue all the way until the end. Although when it came to the saying, "I do," Tanya's fiancé just couldn't take the chaos any longer and left her waiting at the altar. I still just can't believe that she actually invited her birth mother to her wedding. Of course, I'm sure it didn't help the wedding at all that apparently Tanya's mom even tried flirting with the bridegroom before she realized who he was. Lucky for him, I heard that it didn't take him much longer to find another woman. As for Tanya, she dragged her mother back home, kicking and screaming, and I heard the two of them got into a huge fight. I'm not really sure about what happened next, but I heard that after neighbors reported screaming and plates breaking and loud thuds that the police eventually showed up and took both of them away. Now her mom can't walk without using a cane. Honestly, I'm not sure who I feel worse for. Either way, Tanya's mother sued her for the injuries while Tanya attempted to sue her mom for ruining her wedding. My husband and I took this as our chance to cut off Tanya entirely and cut her out of our lives. After that, we took our savings and bought a house out in the country like we had talked about doing when we had retired and Tanya had moved out. We have some crops that we grow, a coop full of happy chickens, and a nice quiet bit of land away from the craziness of the city. Now we live happy, quiet lives far away from crazy daughters and ex-wives. I thought it was going to be hard adjusting to an empty nest, but things have never ever been better for my husband and I. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey there, Ken. Are you there? I was just curious if now is a good time to talk. I just wanted to make sure whether or not you were already on your way to the preschool right now. Because I asked you to go and pick up Pearl from there, remember?
Wait a second. You wanted me to do that again? Yeah, I really don't think that's gonna work for me. I mean, I'm still busy with work, so I just won't be able to go to the preschool at all.
Oh, right. Well, I was just wondering if you might have asked for time off to go and get her.
Well, why is she needing to be picked up right now? Don't tell me that she broke out in another fever.
That's what the school is saying, yeah. The teachers there took her temp and they told me it was sitting just above 100.
Oh, wow. Well, that is just a big high, especially for a little girl. But maybe it's one of those colds that just incubates and gets worse in children before it can spread to adults.
Yeah, I think I remember reading somewhere that that's what would happen with smallpox was still a thing.
Well, diseases really are just a completely different life form with different rules from us. But anyways, I really can't afford to get sick right now. Things are really busy in the office, and my boss just talked about how we need all hands on deck right now.
Right. Well, I guess if that's the case, then I'll go and pick Pearl up. And I suppose I'll also have to take her to the doctor as well, won't I? I'll let you know what I hear from them after they've examined her later today, okay?
Sure thing. This really is pretty worrying. I mean, it seems like she's getting a cold every day at this point. You ever wonder if Pearl's just really weak? Like as a person?
I don't know. The teachers seem to think that this is a pretty normal for children who are her age, but on the smaller side. And besides, you know that there's always something going around preschools with how dirty children can be. So I guess we really shouldn't be too surprised at all this, but still, we should think of ways to protect Pearl. Either way, the point is that right now she is getting too sick too often and something has to be done.
I know. Especially if her getting sick all the time is going to eat into her parents' schedules as much. I didn't think we'd already be going to a doctor so often.
Well, I suppose that we really just don't have much of a choice in the matter. After all, she's our daughter. We have to do this. Besides, it hasn't eaten into your schedule at all. I'm always the one having to take off work early to go and pick Pearl up, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I know. But of course you would. Your office is much closer to her school than mine is, after all. Besides, you said that your boss is much more supportive of working parents and having to leave for stuff like this. It's not like I don't want to go and pick Pearl up. It's just that it works out better if you do it, right?
Okay, well, yes, my boss may be understanding of the circumstances, but I also have work that I need to do and deadlines that I need to meet. So I really, really would appreciate it if you could go and pick Pearl up from time to time.
And I'm telling you that my office would not let something like that fly at all. I don't care how sick she was. I just wouldn't be able to get the time off. My boss isn't like yours. He's not about to let me go and put my daughter before the company. Especially because he knows I'm married. He would just tell me to make you do it anyways.
Wow. Well, it sounds to me like your boss is stuck in the past and really needs a wake-up call.
Well, it's not like he's wrong. I do have a wife much closer to my daughter and in a better position to take off work to go get her.
That's fine, but it's not like I can just take off work whenever I feel like it. I'm still using my time off and I'm still inconveniencing my coworkers by always being away from the office.
Well, have you thought about taking off the maternity leave that you never used?
I've talked to my boss about it before, and she says that it would mean she would have to move some personnel around, but that it would be possible.
I see. And if you did that, then what would happen to your salary?
I would take about 6 months of time off and only get paid half of what my salary is.
So you would only get paid half of what you're making now, huh? It really would be a pain if we had to tighten our budget anymore.
But I really don't think that I'll take the time off. I mean, it's not so bad taking off early to pick Pearl up. I just won't ask you to do this anymore, and I'll handle it all myself.
Well, hold on a second. Let's think about this. If you did take that much time off of work, then you could always make sure the house was clean.
Well, I think I do a pretty good job of that while working right now, so...
I know, but I'm saying as it is right now, I have to help you take care of the house, right? I'm always helping you cook and clean and that sort of stuff. But if you took off work and basically just became a housewife for 6 months, then I wouldn't have to do any of that, right? I would just go to work and come home to a clean house and dinner.
It is true that we both work to keep the house clean and running. That is true. I'm sorry if you have some kind of problem with my cooking, though. When it's my turn to cook, I usually just go for something simple since I'm tired from work.
That's my whole point. You could take this time to really improve your cooking and laundry skills and stuff like that. Besides, to be honest, I really do think you need to step it up in the kitchen.
So then, you're telling me that you do want me to take time off work after all?
After this discussion, it really sounds to me like we really can't afford not to do that at this point. But don't worry, I'll be sure to take care of you. Hey there, Clara. Just wanted to let you know that I got off work now. Ugh, I'm so sick of having to work all the overtime. It really is killing me. Do you know that?
Well, I'm glad that you finally were able to finish for the day. It seems that they really have been keeping you busy as of late.
Well, that's easy for you to say when you don't have anything going on at all. A housewife's life must be so easy. All you do is eat and sleep.
What in the world are you talking about, Ken? I don't take naps while you're away at work, you know.
Okay, fine. But at least you're not having to work as hard as I am at my job. You're at home, surrounded by all our stuff, just able to do whatever you want. Man, I really wish that I could just walk away from work and hang out at home doing nothing all day. You have no idea how jealous I am of you.
Well, it just goes to show how little you know of what I actually do around the house every day. I mean, do you have any idea how hard it is to keep everything clean, do all the laundry, and still keep up with Pearl? I barely have time to catch my breath.
Okay, but come on, Clara. You're not about to really say that being a housewife is more challenging than working full-time, right? I mean, you're unemployed. You've got no real responsibilities. You're living the easy life and you're complaining about it?
If you don't think that I have any responsibilities at home, then you really don't know what you're talking about at all. Even I didn't think that it would be this difficult, but you basically have to work around everyone's schedules, and it's like I'm on the clock all the time. Honestly, by the time you get home, I am just exhausted. It really would be nice if you did just a little more around the house.
And you don't think that I'm not just as tired, if not more, from working all day? You're at the house, so you take care of the house. That's the deal. I mean, isn't that why you took all the time off work to begin with?
Yeah, that was the plan, but the least you could do is help me out on the weekends. You don't do anything around the house, and you hardly spend any time with Pearl either. You know, sometimes I wonder if she even sees you as her dad at this point.
Hold on a second. Are you really asking me to sacrifice my precious time off so that I could do your job for you? I'm going out to the office every day earning money so that we can have a roof over our head and food on our table. But I guess that just still isn't enough for you, is it?
I'm just saying that if you want me to do all the work around the house, even after you get home from work, then the least you could do is spend more time with our daughter. You're her father, for crying out loud. You can't just ignore her, you know. I mean, even when I was working, you would still help me out with Pearl when I felt bad or was stuck in bed from period cramps. What happened to that father of the daughter that I used to know?
That was then and this is now. Don't compare the two, okay? I am not as free as I used to be, and I have more work now. You don't know my schedule, so don't talk to me like you do, okay? You're just trying to get me to earn all the money and do all the work around the house, aren't you?
Excuse me, Ken, but what happened to you to bring about all this change? I mean, you never used to be this bad about helping me out when I asked for it. You used to love spending time with Pearl. Now you just act like you're so great just for being a working husband and father to a child.
Well, I am great. That's why I know what's best for the family. You do nothing but eat away at my paycheck anyways.
Well, you do know that this rest from work was only ever going to be temporary, you know? I only took time off so that I could keep an eye on our daughter and make sure that she was doing okay. So are you still going to talk to me like this when I'm working again?
I'm just saying that obviously the most important job you can do for a family is to earn money. If we didn't have money, then you and Pearl wouldn't have a place to live. So, from that logic, it's quite easy to see how it's obvious that I'm the most important person in the family. And I don't need to take any back talk from some unemployed housewife like you.
Unemployed housewife? Is that what you just called me? Do you really think that you can boss us around just because you're working?
Of course I do. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Are you only just starting to get it now? It's high time I claimed my stake as the center of this family. And it's important that our daughter recognizes that this is how a man who takes care of his family acts. Now quit acting so selfishly or else I'll have to punish you for it.
You are just ridiculous. You're the one acting like a complete child right now. And just how do you think you're going to punish me? You really think that anyone believes this is all for Pearl? It's clearly all just for your ego.
Well, I've decided that from here on out, I am done spoiling you and Pearl. I'm going to become a much more strict husband and father and run this house like a boot camp.
And you really think that that's what's going to be best for Pearl? You think people are going to want to come over and play with her if her father is like that?
I don't care if no one comes over to play. We don't need others coming to our family affairs anyways. Besides, everyone knows that playtime is for the weak. Every successful person now never had any playtime when they were little.
Just where in the world did you read such a ridiculous thing? Do you really believe that? Is that how you see the world?
Look, the point is that I'm the most important in this house and that I make the rules for you and Pearl to follow. Okay? As long as you remember that, we'll be okay.
Ken, what's up with our room? Why is it such a mess? What did you do in here?
Ugh! Are you kidding me? I had just finally gotten to sleep and now your messages are keeping me up. And just where were you anyways, huh?
I told you yesterday that I was going to go to my parents' house. Don't you remember me saying that to you?
Well, you spent way too much time over there. Why didn't you come home in time to make us dinner, huh? What's the matter with you?
Well, then I had to go out again and take Pearl to the doctor because she broke out with another fever. And just what is wrong with me going out of the house anyways, huh? I mean, it was only a few hours in total. Besides, you still haven't told me why the house is such a mess. I was barely gone and it's a disaster.
Well, whatever. I'm going to the casino. Don't bother me again until the house is spotless. Got it?
What are you talking about? I just want to know why our house is such a mess. I mean, there's cans all over the floor. Did you drink while I was out or something like that?
And so what if I did have a couple of drinks, huh? You got a problem with that?
I do if you drank a bunch and are now going to the casino, yes. I mean, I don't care if you do go now and then, but you've been going almost every day and you've lost big more than once. Don't you see that you're wasting all our money? You know that we don't have incomes anymore, right? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that if I'm the only one making money around here, then that means it's all mine, and I should be able to spend it however I want.
I really can't believe that you're acting this way. You're just horrible. Do you know that? I mean, I really just don't even know how to deal with you while you're being like this. But if you made this mess in our house, then I am not going to clean it up for you. I am not a maid. I'm your wife. And besides, I have more important things to do, like being here for our daughter in the hospital.
You really have some nerve talking to me like that. You don't even work and you think you can boss me around like you bring any money in?
Why is that always your first line of attack? Why is it always about the money with you? I mean, you keep saying that you're working for the good of the family, but can't you see that what I'm doing is for the good of the family too? Why does it have to be all about rank and position and who's the most important person in the house, huh?
You really just don't get it at all, do you? Of course it's all about the money. It's always been about the money. And how you both are always spending my money like you think it's yours.
Your money? You really need a wake-up call if you think that we're spending your money, Ken. I mean, I didn't want to have to say this way, but the fact is that you just don't make enough to take care of all of us.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Did you really just send that message? You've got some nerve. Do you know that?
Well, I'm only trying to clarify some misconceptions that you seem to be under right now. Because the fact is that I have not been living off the money that you've been making through your job.
What does that even mean? Just where have you been getting your money from then? Huh?
Did you really think that you were our only hope to survive, Ken? Did you really think that you were supporting a family of 3 with your tiny salary? Thankfully for me, before we started dating, I had already saved up a lot of money that I put away in a savings account. And that is the money that I've been living off of. I've really only been using the money that you bring in to make payments on the car and pay for Pearl's preschool.
You're a liar. You're lying and I know it. You really think that I'm just gonna fall for that nonsense?
I'm afraid that I'm not lying at all. You've been putting all the work at home on me, including the budget. That means that I know exactly how much everything costs and where the money comes from. But now that I think about it, you've never had any time to live on your own and figure this out, huh?
Well, that's because I was living with my parents before we got married. There's nothing wrong with how much money I make. I earn the average of what someone doing my job does.
That may be true, but you have to factor in your age as well. And the fact of the matter is that you're way behind other people your age. Of course that makes sense, considering you. You hardly seem to have any ambition and seem like you don't mind at all doing the same job forever. But meanwhile, everyone else who you got hired with has been promoted or moved on to a better job. You're the only one still working basically the same position that you started at in your company.
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. Not everything is about promotions and positions and money, you know. I just have my own way of doing things.
You say that, but how is that way of doing things going for you when all your colleagues have already surpassed you? I bet many of them are married and have children too, so you can't use us as an excuse.
Oh, just shut up already. You don't know what you're talking about. I like my job and I like what I do. But if I wanted, I could get promoted like it was nothing. And all that would mean is that I get a little bit more money for a lot more work, and I don't want that.
Well, I suppose everyone does have their own style of doing things, but I just hope that you realize that you shouldn't be bragging so much about how much you make. After all, you do know that when I was working, even I was making more money than you, right? I knew that I was going to have to dip into my savings for us to make ends meet the moment we decided that I would stop working for a bit. But you just thought that you could lord working over me like I was doing nothing for the family.
Well, you should have talked to me about all of this earlier. Why have you been so quiet about all this until just now? If I wasn't making enough money for you, then I'll just work harder and earn more.
You shouldn't have to wait for me to tell you to do that before you do. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to hurt your pride and because I saw how hard you were working. But the moment I stopped working, you let all of it go to your head, and it's been downhill since then.
But, I really had no idea at all. Please, I really thought that I was just being logical and suggesting it.
Well, I hope that you can see that I was the one keeping this family afloat with the money that I was earning. I suppose I'll be happy as long as you can say that you've learned your place. Either way, I'm not going to keep wasting my savings supporting the three of us anymore. Instead, I am going to take Clara, and we are going to leave you.
Wait, what? You can't just take my child and leave? That's illegal or something, isn't it?
If you really think so, then why not go ask any judge? Either way, we're still getting divorced, but have a nice life. After that, I followed through on my word, hired a lawyer, and began the divorce process with Ken. I had held on to hope that Ken would settle down, that he would finally put his ego in check, but he just kept pushing me until I couldn't take it. Of course, once he knew the truth about where most of our money was coming from, he begged me not to leave him. In one last desperate move, he begged his boss for a raise, but his boss told him that he really hadn't done much to deserve anything. That's when Ken started trying to take credit for the work that his colleagues had done. When his boss realized what he was doing, however, he fired him on the spot. With nowhere else to go and a divorce underway, Ken had to quickly find another job and moved into a tiny apartment. As one final act of mercy to the man that I once loved, I didn't even ask Ken to pay child support for Pearl. I told him that I would have more than enough money to take care of the two of us and that he needed the money more than we did. After the divorce, I took Pearl and we moved to a new city to be closer to my parents, who helped take care of Pearl for me while I'm at work at my new job. I asked my company for a transfer to an office closer to where we moved to and was able to start right away. I'm going to take some time adjusting to being a single mother, but I'm glad that I have a supportive family and network of friends willing to be there for me and help me through it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey there, Tony. I was just wondering if you were still away at the hardware store? Are you still not done doing everything that you had to? Just how long is this going to take?
I'm really sorry, Trish. The traffic has just been absolutely terrible. I literally just got to the store right now. But is everything okay? Do you need me to pick anything up for you?
Well, actually, since you asked, I think we do need more light bulbs for our foyer and other places around the house. I forgot to get extras last time, and now I think it's dead, so if you could get something for at least the foyer, that would be great.
Sure thing. I will be sure to do that.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. Otherwise, I don't really think that there's anything you need to get for me.
Okay then. Sounds good to me. By the way, I meant to tell you that I ran into our neighbor in the hall earlier today. The one who lives just a few doors down. Him and I just chatted a little this morning.
Oh, right. Are you talking about that guy who lives in his apartment by himself? That kind of young-looking guy? Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yup, that's the one. Do you think he lives alone? I've seen him with some girl before and I wasn't sure if they lived together.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. But I'll see him sometimes around lunchtime walking around here. I wonder what that guy does for a living. I've actually wondered about that every time I see him. But anyways, what did the two of you talk about?
I was just asking him about his life a little. He told me that he works from home doing some kind of programming job, I guess. It basically sounded like he's a freelance, so his work schedule is just a little weird.
Well, that is a relief, at least. For a while, I was wondering if he was unemployed or super rich or something like that.
Well, either way, making that many assumptions about someone's life is kind of rude, don't you think?
I guess you're right. I probably shouldn't be thinking of others like that. But it's just that I see him almost every afternoon coming in and out, so you can't really blame me for making up stories in my head.
I suppose not. I guess I just didn't realize you enjoyed people watching so much is all. But, yeah, he was telling me that he actually gets up early to fish and comes back home in the afternoon. The whole reason I even said anything to him in the hallway was because I saw that he had a fishing rod.
Oh boy, well, I'm sure that you two got along just great during your little talk then, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. We talked a bit about fishing, and I think it was pretty easy to move to different topics from there. Then he opened up the cooler that he had with him to show me what he caught, and that was this huge tuna! I don't even know how he fit that in there.
Oh, really? He was out fishing tuna? Well, that's really something then, isn't it?
I guess he must know a really good spot to find them at. He even promised to take me to his fishing spot at some point in the future, so we ended up exchanging contact information.
Oh, wow. Well, it sounds to me like you made friends with our neighbor quite quickly if he's already offering to show you his secret fishing spot. Just be careful. You shouldn't be rushing to go out into the wilderness with some stranger you've just met.
You really think I should be that worried about him? I mean, he didn't seem like a scary guy to me. He was really nice, and I think he was just looking for a good fishing buddy. I think that's why he invited me out with him.
Well, I'm really glad that you had a good conversation with him, Tony, but it's not like you can tell a person's intentions just by talking to them once. You really should be more careful about who you're giving out your personal information to, really.
Well, it's not like I gave him my social security number or the PIN to my debit card or anything like that. I really think that you're making too big of a deal over this.
Look, Tony, I'm just saying this because you go away on business trips a lot, which means that I'm home by myself a good portion of the time. So if someone were to put on a good face and try and befriend you just to find out when you might or might not be at home, well, it just makes me a little nervous is all. I mean, I really have no idea the kinds of people out there, and neither do you.
Okay, Trish. I understand why me talking about our lives to other people might make you nervous. I promise to be careful and keep a respectable distance between me and our neighbor, okay? Hey Trish, I'm really sorry about this, but my office just told me that I'll have to leave on a business trip next week. I know it's sudden, and I'm really sorry, but I'm just hearing about this now myself.
That really is sudden, even for your office. Did they say how long you were going to be away?
They said I was going to be gone something like a week.
Oh man, that really is a long time. Do you have enough business clothes for a whole week's worth of business? Do I need to go out and buy you anything?
No, I think I should be alright as long as I do some laundry at the hotel I'll be staying at. I'll just bring enough clothes to get through this. We should be fine though.
Okay, well, just make sure that you give yourself enough time to make a list to write down everything that you need to pack. Then send it to me and I can help you find some of it.
I'll do that. Thanks a lot, Trish. I really appreciate you doing that. You're always there for me.
I think you're fine on underwear, but I was wondering if you thought you had enough undershirts to go under your button-ups. I don't mind going out and just getting you a 4-pack of white shirts or something like that. After all, I know the ones you have now are getting a little holey, no?
You really don't mind going out and getting me some new shirts while I'm here at work?
Of course not. It's not like I'm really doing much of anything at home. Maybe I should buy some new shoes, too. I don't want to say anything, but I thought they were looking quite scuffed when you went to work today.
Thank you so much for seeing all those little details that I'm just in too much of a hurry to see. I really appreciate it.
Of course. I'll get some things ready for your trip here before I go out and shop for you. I just know that if I leave everything to you, you'll forget something.
Well, I would be lying if I said that you didn't know me well, Trish.
I suppose that is why we're married to each other, right? But I guess that I know to do all this must mean that I'm getting used to all your business trips as well.
I know that I've already had about a dozen of them since we've gotten married. I'm sorry that I'm always on the road like this.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me, Tony. After all, it's your job asking you to do this, so you really don't have much choice. Besides, I think it's great that your job lets you travel so much. It's at least a silver lining for all the hard work you have to do.
Well, my boss was telling me that when he had to go on a bunch of trips back in his day, that his wife would always get so mad at him. So, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay with all the running around that I'm having to do.
I really am fine. Thank you so much for checking in with me, though. I do appreciate it.
You're really fine with all the business trips that I've had to go on?
Yes, of course, though I'm sure that your boss's wife was feeling lonely. I really don't get those kinds of feelings so easily.
Well, I'm just glad that you know how to keep yourself entertained while you're at home by yourself for so long.
Well, it's not that I don't also miss you while you're gone, you know. In fact, there are times that I get really bored while you're away, in fact.
Oh, really? Huh. I guess it just seemed like you always get a bit more chipper when you hear that I have to go.
Oh, do I? Well, I'm really sorry. It's not that I mean to be.
Especially packing my bag for me. You're always humming some song and have a smile on your face. Don't tell me that you actually like when I have to go away on business trips like this, because that might be going too far the other way.
Oh, come on, Tony, don't be ridiculous. I just like packing, that's all. There's just something about getting ready for a trip, even if it isn't mine, that makes me happy. But it's not like I'm happy because you're the one that's going to be going away.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that. That was silly of me. But I'll be sure to call you every night from the hotel. And hopefully this week will just fly by and we'll be back together again.
Okay then, I'll start packing and getting things ready for you from here, okay? Have a good rest of your day and I'll see you soon.
Hey there, Tony. It's Sam. We talked the other day. I'm the neighbor that likes fishing, remember? I have something that I wanted to talk to you about, but is now a good time to text? Oh, Sam. How's it going? It's been a while since we ran into each other, hasn't it? I'm really sorry that I haven't been better about reaching out since we exchanged numbers. No, that's fine. You don't have to apologize for that. Of course. But, do you think that I could talk to you about something? Yeah, of course. What's up? Is something on your mind? Well, this is just a little awkward to say, but last night you were making a lot of noise, and it really was kind of inconsiderate of your neighbors. Especially given that, well, your wife was being really loud about just exactly what kind of physical activities you two were engaging in. So, I really don't mean to be this guy, but I just thought that you should know I can hear everything from where my apartment is, so you just might want to try and keep things down a little next time, at least out of respect for your neighbors. Physical activities we were engaging in? Are you talking about sex? Well, that's what I assume two adults making those kind of noises at night would be doing, since you've just gone out and said it. But I just wonder if you really had to be that loud. I mean, I get that the mood can really strike people sometimes, but it was the middle of the night when people are trying to sleep. All I could hear were the screams and moans from some lady down the hall, and now that it's the next day, I'm exhausted. But, wait a second. I'm on a business trip right now. Are you sure that you heard all of that coming from my apartment last night? Yes, I am more than sure. I could hear just about everything. There's not a doubt in my mind where it was coming from. But, I really don't understand.
I've been out of town for a few days now, and my wife should be at home all by herself. I don't understand how there could be another man in the apartment.
Well, I know what I heard. It's a very small chance that I'm wrong about it. I really do feel that. Besides, it's not often that someone makes that much noise when they're handling business on their own, as it were.
But this... Oh my god. This can't be. Are you sure that the audio wasn't just coming from a video that might have been playing in my room or something? I mean, you're really sure that it was two real people in my apartment? Doing what you thought they were doing?
How can I put this? I stood outside your door thinking about knocking, and while I was out there, I could feel the floor outside literally shaking in tune with the banging noises from the inside of your apartment. So, I don't know if you've got some really fancy surround sound system or something that's capable of doing that, but I didn't just hear it. I felt it.
You mean that they were being that vigorous?
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they caused some structural damage to the walls. They were going so hard. But now that I've brought this up to you, I guess I should let you know that there have been many other times I've seen men who aren't you go into that apartment.
Are you sure about that? You mean that this isn't the first time this has happened?
I'm only telling you the things that I've seen. I'm not trying to make any claims. But, anyways, all this noise making has actually been going on for a few days.
Do you remember exactly how many days? Has it been 4 days?
It's not like I was counting before. But, now that you say 4 days, I think that sounds correct.
You've got to be kidding me. I really just don't know what to say right now.
Are you okay, Tony? I'm really sorry to be the one to have to break the news to you like this. I'm sure as her husband this comes as quite the shock.
No, you shouldn't apologize. You haven't done anything wrong at all. But it's just, well, you're telling me that my wife has been seeing another man. Maybe other men behind my back.
I wonder if the times this has happened before, you were also away on a business trip. But are you still going to finish your work out there?
I suppose so. I only have a few days left out here anyways.
And then what are you going to do when you come back here? If you'd like, I could record what I hear tonight and send it to you as proof.
No, please don't do that. But if you really would like to help, there is something that you can do. Do you mind if I ask you a small favor?
If there is anything that I can do to help you out, please, just let me know. Again, I'm sorry that you had to find out this way. This was not my intention at all.
Thank you so much for saying that. But I think that I have a plan. I'll give you the details soon. Hey there, Trish. How's it going? I was just curious if you had finished with your part-time job for the day.
Oh, hey there, Tony. Yeah, I just finished up and now I'm just talking to a couple of my coworkers here is all. What about you? Are you done with work for the day already?
Yeah. I actually managed to finish a little early, so I've been free for a minute here.
Oh, great. Well, then it sounds like you'll get to enjoy the rest of the evening relaxing then, right? You know that you don't have to talk to everyone, right? I'm sure that you must be tired and just want to rest, right?
Well, actually, there's something I want to talk to you about. That's why I'm messaging you in the first place.
There's something that you want to talk to me about? Well, what is it? What's on your mind?
Actually, the thing is that I got some really bad news from our neighbor. Do you know what I might be talking about?
I really have no idea what you're talking about. Did something happen to our neighbor?
Well, he told me the other day that he could hear loud sex noises coming from our apartment. He told me that it was during the middle of the night, too. Does that happen to ring any bells for you at all?
Wait a second. You mean that he could hear it all the way from where he lives? You've got to be kidding me.
He said that he could feel the whole apartment shaking when he went outside, thinking about knocking on our door.
Oh my gosh. This is really so embarrassing. I had no idea that he could hear us when we... Well, what on earth am I supposed to say to him the next time I see him in the hallway? Why did he have to come to you about that?
He came to me to talk about it because you were making so much noise and causing a huge disturbance. But you seem to be misunderstanding here. He wasn't talking about us having sex. You see, he texted me because he heard those noises coming from our apartment as recently as yesterday.
Wait a second. He thought that he could hear you and I have sex in our apartment last night?
Weird, isn't it? I almost didn't believe him. I mean, why on earth would it be sounding like you were having sex when I've been away on a business trip for the last few days?
Just what have you been getting up to while I've been away from home? Huh? Have you been letting some man into our place?
Tony, please, you can't seriously be asking me that, right? Of course I haven't let anyone into our apartment. Maybe the noises were just coming from the apartment above him or something like that.
No. He was very thorough in double-checking that it was our apartment that had the sounds. He said that he could feel the whole wall shaking in time in the rhythm of... I can't even type it! But why were you going so hard? What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? I didn't even do anything, and our neighbor is just making up stories that aren't true.
Well, then, I guess we should ask around the building, shouldn't we? We should ask everyone if they were doing anything loud at night so we can track exactly where the noise was coming from.
Are you kidding me? Do you know just how embarrassing that would be for me? You can't just do that.
Well then, I can't think of how else we're going to get to the bottom of this mystery. But, that being said, you should know that I'm on my way home today.
Wait a second. You're coming home today? Is it really already time for you to head back?
That's right. And more than that, I'm actually standing in front of our door right now.
But I don't get it. What about your business trip? I could have sworn that you said you'd be gone for longer.
Well, after explaining to my bosses about what was going on in my own home, they understood and let me go home early. So, I caught the first flight home this morning and made my way home from the airport.
You are kidding me. Then, is this some kind of joke or something? Why are you coming home early from a business trip when you've never ever done that before?
Well, that would be because I hadn't heard of what was happening in our apartment while I was gone before now. But our neighbor was also telling me about how this isn't the first time he's seen men who aren't me going in and out of our place. He actually just texted me not that long ago saying that he saw another strange man. And yet, here I thought that you were at work. So tell me, who is in our apartment right now?
Wait a second, Tony, please, whatever you do, do not go inside our apartment right now.
And why shouldn't I do that, huh? Do you think someone is really in here? I guess I'll just have to find out, won't I?
Please, you can't. What if it's a robber or something? It could be really dangerous. Whatever you do, don't go in.
You think there's a robber in our apartment right now?
I don't know who is in our apartment, but you can't just go bursting in there. What if you get hurt?
You really care about hurting me when you've been letting guys take you into our bed in our apartment and do that with you?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Well, if it is a robber, then I don't think they're here for our valuables. Just my wife. Hey there, Trish. I just wanted to let you know that we caught the robber, so there's nothing to worry about now.
Tony, I thought I told you to not go in the house. I told you to wait until I got back there.
Oh, don't worry. We actually didn't need you. After the guy was caught, we questioned him about what he was doing, and he confessed to everything. The question is, will you?
Please, Tony, I really have no idea who that man is or what he said to you, but that's right. I mean to tell you that I felt like I was being stalked lately. That man must be my stalker. You can't believe whatever he says about me because he's obsessed.
Are you so sure about that? Because he's telling a very different story about you.
I already told you that you can't believe a word that he says about me. Please, you have to believe me.
You know, if you had just been honest with me and admitted what you did, I might have forgiven you. But you're really just going to throw this man under the bus just to cover your own skin?
You mean that you're really not going to trust a single word that I have to say to you?
How can I when this guy recorded more than enough evidence of your affair on his phone? Pictures of dates, pictures of outings. He even told me that you two went out together to buy the clothes that you were buying for me. Here, I thought you were just trying to be nice. But that was only a small part of the mall date that you were on with this guy.
No, wait, Tony, it really isn't like that at all. I was just really trying to shop for you, I swear.
I really don't care what excuses you have for me, so you can just save it.
But, please, I can't lose you. I don't want you to leave me. I never wanted for any of this to happen.
You mean that you never wanted to get caught doing any of this? You've done nothing but lie to me this whole time, and now you're begging for me to stay? I'm just so disappointed in you right now. Do you know that?
Well, I'm sorry. I really am. I never meant for any of this to happen this way, Tony, but I can't lose you. Please don't leave me.
The last thing you're going to get from me is a letter from my lawyer explaining how I'm suing you and him for this affair.
You're not really going to sue me over a little fling like this, are you? You're going to leave and then walk away while I have nothing? How could you do this to me? I thought that you loved me.
I thought I loved you too. until I realized that it was all a lie. By the way, I've already told your parents about this.
You told my parents? Why would you do that? And just how much of it did you tell? Don't tell me you told them about our neighbor hearing me.
That's exactly what I told them about. And you should have seen their faces. They could hardly believe what they were hearing. I told them that I'd come back to them soon with proof of what I was talking about, though.
You're just horrible. You didn't have to do that, you know.
And you don't get to tell me how I should be handling this. You lied to me and manipulated me, and if it wasn't for the kindness of a stranger, then I would have never known about any of this. But I'm gonna bury you for this. After that, both our parents got together and voiced their support for our getting a divorce. After all, they had all the details and knew exactly what kind of a woman Trish really was. During the divorce proceedings, our parents were there as well, and I had never seen Trish's parents so upset. In the end, however, we did get divorced, and Trish and her other man both had to pay me for their affair after the lawsuit. Trish actually had to go deep into debt to pay all of her legal fees. The court worked out a deal between her and her parents to help her pay it all back, though. Trish agreed to go and work for a friend of her dad's at a job where she would be under strict supervision, but which would help her pay off her debt faster. As for me, I sincerely apologized to all of my neighbors before requesting the building to move me into a new unit, so I wouldn't have to sleep where Trish cheated on me. I'm doing my best to get over this, and Sam and I have plans to go fishing sometime next week. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. You really have some nerve. Do you know that? I mean, really, where do you get off?
Wait, what? Tim, what is all this about? Where is this coming from?
I'm talking about the yogurt that I have every morning. You know that I eat it before going to work, so why wasn't there any in the fridge this morning? Huh?
Oh, did we run out of yogurt again? I'm sorry, I really didn't notice that at all.
Well then, you should have checked that yesterday so you could have bought more. Honestly, you have got to be the most useless housewife.
I am really sorry about the mix-up, Tim. I thought I bought enough to last just a little longer. But I guess you went through it faster than I thought you were going to.
And just when was the last time that you went out to even buy yogurt, huh?
Well, that would have been about 4 days ago, I think.
You should be checking the fridge every single day to make sure that I have enough in there. If I don't have my yogurt in the morning, I seriously start to go crazy. You know this.
I know. You're right. It was a mistake that won't happen again. I'll buy some more after I get back home from work.
And I guess I'm just expected to get through the rest of my day without any yogurt. Just make sure that you remember to get some on the way back home. Okay?
Of course. I promise that I won't forget this time. But by the way, it's almost noon. But are you at home right now? I thought that you had to work today, no?
Yeah. I'm actually just about to head out of the office right now. I just took some time off this morning to take care of some stuff.
Oh, I see. You were telling me that you had a bunch of time off saved up, and they were telling you to use some.
Yeah, well, there just hasn't been a good chance for me to take a lot of time off at once.
It sounds like things have been really busy at work for a while then.
Well, the whole food industry is feeling the crunch of not enough workers. I mean, if I wasn't there, I think things would really just grind to a halt. So that's why I haven't taken any time off in a long time, and I've just been building it all up instead.
Wow. Well, that sounds really rough on you. I'm glad you were able to take some time off this morning then.
Of course it's rough. It's just horrible. And that's why if I don't have my yogurt every single morning, it gets even tougher. I mean, I really just can hardly concentrate on my work if I don't have it. And we're really busy and need all hands on deck right now.
But you said that you were going to quit soon, right? Are you still thinking of doing that?
Well, of course I'm still going to quit my job. I've already talked to my boss about it and they were understanding enough. I mean, you know that it's always been my dream to have my own shop, and I've already been thinking about how I want to have it set up. Once I have it up and running, I'm going to have the best shop in town.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess if your work already knows that this is something you're going to do, then you must be serious about it.
That's right. I'm going to quit my job sometime next year, and in the meantime, I'll be making all the preparations for my business. And that's why I need you to help me when I need it. You can't always be holding me back, you know?
Right. I'm sorry if that's what I've been doing, but I'll try and be more careful.
You really better, because this is just getting a little ridiculous. I mean, if I don't even have a wife I can count on to buy groceries, then what's the point? What in the world were your parents even teaching you when you were growing up that you ended up like this, huh? Maybe I should be talking to them about all of this and not you.
I don't see how my parents have anything to do with any of this, Tim.
Well, if you don't want me to bring them into this, then you need to start doing better and buy things properly next time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go out and get back to work.
Okay. Good luck with your work today, Tim. Let me know if there's anything else you need from me.
Okay, seriously. What is your problem, huh? Are you just trying to sabotage me or something like that?
What do you mean? What are you talking about this time, Tim?
You know what you've done. So don't pretend like you don't know. Where are you right now, huh?
I'm on my way to my friend's wedding right now. We talked about this morning.
And just who do you think is going to lay out my clothing that I'm going to wear for tomorrow, huh?
Oh, shoot. I'm really sorry, Tim. I totally forgot. Do you think you could just do it for yourself today?
And just why in the world do you think that I should have to do something like that myself, huh? This is all your job, and you're having me run around doing it as if I was the wife.
But it's just taking out clothes that you're going to wear tomorrow. Surely you can at least do that, right? It isn't that hard.
You really just don't get it at all, do you? It's not just this. You're making me do everything around here.
Well, I do feel bad that I forgot to do that before heading out for the day, but I think that you should be able to handle it. I mean, there's nothing else around the house that I haven't already cleaned or taken care of, right? I just forgot to take out your clothes is all. Surely you should be able to do that all by yourself though, right?
You are just full of excuses today, aren't you? We agreed to split the work around the house, and you're not holding up your end of the bargain. Honestly, you're completely useless. Do you know that?
I said that I was sorry, Tim, but I don't think there's any need to get this upset at me right now.
Oh, and so now you're going to try and tell me how upset I should be with you, huh? I know that your parents did a lousy job of raising you, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. When you have parents like that, you're bound to come out like them. Garbage can only make one thing, and that's more garbage.
Tim, why do you think that my parents are such horrible people? Where did that idea even come from?
It's true, isn't it? Your dad's company had a huge downsizing, and he ended up becoming a taxi driver. Your whole family is just a bunch of nobodies.
That's not true, Tim. My dad worked hard all his life to raise me and take care of me, and I really don't appreciate the way that you're talking about him.
Well then, don't even get me started on your mom. Isn't it true that she didn't even finish high school? I guess that must be where you get your brains from then, huh? I really should have known what I was getting into when I met your parents for the first time.
Tim, you're taking this all out of context. I told you that my mom had to drop out of school to take care of her family. But you know that she's an avid reader and knows a lot about many different topics. She's actually really smart.
I doubt it. Or else she wouldn't have been dumb enough to marry your poor loser father. I knew that I should have talked to them about my issues with you. After all, it's all their fault that you ended up the way you are.
Okay, Tim, look. If you want to insult me, that's fine. But please, don't insult my parents, okay? Besides, we live so far away from them, so how in the world is reaching out to them going to fix any of this?
I don't care if they lived on another continent. The fact of the matter is the parents need to know when they failed to raise their child well. And that's why I have to talk to your idiot parents about their idiot daughter. You may not understand, but that really doesn't surprise me at all.
You really do think that I'm an idiot, don't you? You just think that whatever you say is the truth, right? Well, okay, fine then. Go talk to my parents for all the good that it does you.
Oh, I intend to. After all, I know there's really nothing they can do to me. I'm the one with all the power here. What is the matter with you? Why are my clothes the only ones that haven't been washed, huh? How many times are we gonna have to talk about this until you finally get it, huh? How are you still so useless after all this time? I really just don't even know what to do with you. Maybe I ought to call your mom and make her do my laundry for you.
Oh, just shut up already, you little brat. The only mother around here who needs to set her child straight is me.
Wait, what? What is this? Why are you talking to me like that? What's going on?
You mean you can't guess who I am with that message? It's me, Tim, your mom. And you have been a horrible husband, which means that I have done a terrible job raising you.
Wait, Mom? Is that really you? Just give the phone back to Sarah and let me talk to her. And just why are you two even together in the first place, huh?
Well, that's because Sarah reached out to talk to me. She told me all about how you act as if you're always right.
Wait a second. You have to hear me out, Mom. The truth is that Sarah's just a horribly useless wife. I know that if you heard my side of the story, that you would understand why I'm always so upset with her.
The only useless one around here is you, Tim. You both have jobs. She isn't a housewife, and even if she was, you still shouldn't be treating her this way. But since you are both working, the least you could do is help out around the house now and then. But instead, you just put all the work on Sarah to do by herself.
Mom, you don't get it. We have a system set up to split the work, okay? I have my duties, and Sarah has her duties.
Oh, really? Because it sounds to me like for someone who works just as many hours as you, that Sarah also seems to be doing the bulk of the housework. And I understand that you refuse to help her if it's not something you think is your job to do. But the fact of the matter is that you're both married, and so you both need to be supporting each other. Because the way I see things, it's clear that Sarah is much more capable than you are at taking care of herself.
But Mom, I don't get it. Why are you taking Sarah's side in this?
Now, I'm not taking her side, but I'm letting you know that you're doing nothing but holding her back. She even told me about how you yelled at her for not leaving your clothes out for the next day. How old are you, Tim? Can you really not even figure out how to do that by yourself? I thought I raised a man, not a giant helpless baby.
That isn't fair, Mom. It's not that I can't handle the work. It's just that I was warning Sarah that she forgot to do one of her jobs. Besides, I'm always really busy with work, so I hardly have any time at all to take care of myself and do things for me. Sarah's there to help me.
You really are sad, do you know that? But I suppose this means that you've broken your promise, and I need to scrap all of this.
Promise? Scrap all of this? Mom, what are you even talking about?
I mean that I'm your mom, and I need to take responsibility for my child.
But I still don't get what you're talking about. What promise are you referring to?
Now that I know exactly the way you've been treating your wife, I realize that I have no reason to spoil you anymore. I'm afraid that you'll just have to get money for your store from somewhere else. I'm withdrawing my investment.
Wait, Mom, hold on. You can't do that. I don't have any other investors but you. Please, one thing has nothing to do with the other. You have to let me hold on to your money.
Of course, how you treat your wife and my investment have to do with each other. After all, it was Sarah who came to me and convinced me to invest in the first place. So how about you go and apologize to Sarah for all that you've done to her? And if she forgives you, then I won't withdraw my investment. But if she doesn't, not only am I taking my money back, but I am never going to give you another penny as long as I live.
You mean you really want me to go and apologize to Sarah over all of this?
You were the one who was always putting her down and saying horrible things to her. Not only that, but she even told me that you insulted her parents as well.
I wasn't trying to insult anyone. I was just joking around is all. I promise.
I really don't care what excuse you have for it. You shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Now you need to go and talk to Sarah about this, because until she tells me otherwise, you're not going to be getting any money from me.
Hey, Sarah, I take it that you were reading all of these messages, right? Well, if you'd let me, I would like to apologize for everything that I've done and said to you up to now.
Hello, Tim. I've gotten my phone back from your mom. You can start apologizing whenever you're ready.
Okay, then. I'm really sorry that I looked down on you and insulted your parents, and I would like to apologize for both of them. I promise to be more careful with my words from now on. So, if you would find it in your heart, I would really like it if you could forgive me.
Wow. I really didn't think that I would see the day when you finally decided to apologize to me. You must really be desperate for your mom's money, huh?
No, it's not that. I promise. I want you to know that I've really thought hard about what I did, and I really am sorry. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Well, I'm sorry, but I still don't feel like forgiving you for anything. So while I accept your apology, I don't forgive you, and that's that.
Oh, come on. Give me a break here. I'm trying to give you a genuine apology here.
That's just it, Tim. I really don't think it's genuine at all. I think that you just want your mom's money, and that's why you're doing this. That's also why I just can't forgive you. You're not actually doing it for me.
Sarah,
You don't get it. If you don't forgive me, then I'm not going to be able to open up my store like I always wanted to. I don't care whether or not you really forgive me. Just say that you do, so I can show that to my mom.
That makes me want to say that even less, though. I don't care if it means you can't have your store. In fact, it feels rather good to be the one in control now, if I do say so myself.
Sarah, this isn't a game. I've been working towards this dream for years and years and years now.
And I'm telling you that I don't really care at all about your dream of whether it comes true or not. I am not going to forgive you, and that is that. Actually, that's not that. I also want a divorce, and I plan on suing you as well.
Hold on a second. You're gonna sue me? On what grounds? You can't do that.
And why not? You've been abusive with all your horrible language and ways that you've treated me. You really don't think that a court is going to recognize the psychological damage that you've caused me? I'm already talking to a lawyer about this, and he says that we should have no problem with the divorce or the lawsuit.
But my dream to own my own shop. You're gonna take it away from me forever if you do this.
I suppose I am going to do that, aren't I? I guess that means that you should probably just give it up. After all, you only had one investor anyways. It doesn't seem like anyone else believes in your dream but you.
You really think that you can talk to me this way just because you tricked my mom into being on your side? I can always find other investors. I don't need her. I don't need anyone.
And just where do you think you're going to find anyone who wants to invest in your shop, huh?
I know there have got to be people out there. I won't just sit here and let you treat me like this. I'll show you that you're not good enough to stop me. Sarah, please. You have to forgive me for what I did. I'm begging you. I'm gonna keep saying I'm sorry however long it takes for you to do so.
Excuse me? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? I thought you were going to find other investors.
I know. And I asked around to all my relatives and they all turned me down.
Ah, well, I know that if you just keep on looking that you'll be able to find some. Don't worry. Don't tell me that you're already running out of hope for yourself.
Please, I know that my mom is behind this. She had to be the one telling everyone else to tell me no.
Well, she did say that she was going to take responsibility for her child, didn't she?
You don't think she meant that she would do something like this, did you? Please, haven't you two already knocked me down enough?
I'm sorry, Tim, but you said yourself that it's up to the parents to take responsibility for their misbehaving children. Your mom is only doing what she thinks is right by punishing you for being a bad boy.
But I didn't even do anything. Please, you two are taking this way too far. This isn't even about us anymore. This is just you wanting to destroy my dream.
Well, of course. A punishment without any real consequences just wouldn't make any sense at all, would it? Besides, insisting on crushing your dream to own your own store was your mom's idea.
But she was the one who said that she would invest in this idea in the first place.
Well, I suppose that she had second thoughts after I told her about how you were treating me. She had no idea that her own son was capable of such cruelty. I suppose that's all she needed to see to know that you couldn't really run your own business way.
How is that even proof that I wouldn't be able to run my own business? Just because I was mean to you, that's the whole reason why?
It wasn't just that. It was also the fact that your mom realized that you were incapable of taking care of yourself. Not only that, but I told her the truth about why you actually left your work. I told her about how you treated all your coworkers poorly too. You weren't just leaving your work to open up your own place. You were leaving because everyone hates how you treat them.
That isn't true. I just have to tell everyone how to do their jobs because I know what's best for the business. My mom can't just guess all that from what you told her.
Well, I wasn't the only one telling her. It was your own coworkers who told her about how you treated them. You remember that time you sent me to your office to pick up some things that you forgot? Yes? Well, when I went to go and pick it up, I overheard some of the staff complaining about you. They were all talking about how they couldn't wait for you to quit so that they could finally get on with their work in peace.
Shut up! That isn't true! That can't be true at all! They're the useless ones, not me! Without me, that place is going to fall apart. They'll see.
I really don't think the situation is quite as dire as you think, Tim. In fact, it seems like a lot of the business's trouble was coming from the way you treated your coworkers. You don't have a single friend there.
That can't be right. Surely there's got to be a single person there with one good thing to say about me.
If that was really true, then surely one of them would have invested in your store or asked to go and work for you, right? But the only person who you could get any money from was your mom, and even she decided against it. No, you have no one left who you can borrow from. You're through, and it's all your fault.
No! This can't be happening to me! You completely ruined everything! I was so close! I was gonna finally have my store, and it wasn't gonna hurt anyone!
Except for me, when you start to dump store duties on me, not to mention whoever it is that would have been unlucky enough to work for you. But now that everyone knows just the kind of person that you really are, you are never going to run any business of your own. After all, you can't even keep the house clean without me. Just how did you think you were going to run a whole business?
Please, Sarah, you have to forgive me. You're right. My mom is the only one person I can turn to now, and that's why I need you to convince her to invest in me again. I'm begging you.
For the last time, it's just not going to happen, Tim. You need to accept and just move on. Well, move on after our divorce and lawsuit, that is. After that, I really don't care at all what you do with your life. Just leave me out of it. After that, Tim went to the bank and begged them for a small business loan. But while explaining to the teller that he was at the bank because his attempt at crowdfunding failed and that Tim no longer had a job, the bank realized it was bad investment and turned him down. Later, Tim received a letter from my lawyer inviting him to a discussion over the terms of our divorce. I decided to pursue getting paid through alimony rather than a lawsuit, as my lawyer thought we had a higher chance of winning that way. In the end, Tim owed me so much that he was forced to take a loan in order to pay everything. But I really didn't have any pity for him at all. After all, it was his terrible personality that drove him away from his job, and it was his horrible treatment of me that drove me to his mom. Finally, though, it was his mom who had to step in and set her son straight. A few weeks later, I heard that Tim was arrested for fraud in pursuit of his store. He begged his mom for help, but she refused and decided to disinherit him instead. Now I hear that he lives in a tiny apartment working the multiple part-time jobs that he had to find in order to keep himself afloat financially. Thankfully, however, I haven't heard a word from Tim since our divorce. It won't be easy putting myself back out there, but I won't ever let a man treat me the way Tim did again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.